You get to a point where you might want to open up to a woman, but you will die 7 times before you do so with a man.
Exactly. I grew up with my grandfather. He was a retired soldier, so he cannot see a guy cry and tolerate that.
And the one that went, "Shh, don't cry, you're a man." I'm like, "Oh, he's not a man, he's a boy."
Hello everyone, welcome to this beautiful episode of Trends on Expose TV. My name is Marty Fati, and as you can see, I have with me two beautiful powerhouses. To my right, I have Mr. Leo, and to my left, I have Simsi. Hi guys.
Hi.
How you both doing?
You're good. Doing well.
It's nice to have you guys on set, I must say. And Simsi, you look quite colorful, and I love it. Yeah, the color pop. It's giving.
Thank you.
Yeah,
You look
Mr.
good.
Leonard, you look reserved. I know that you're, processing everything you're going to pour out on the show. Yeah. So if you are watching, it's going to be an overflow of knowledge in this episode, and you're wondering what are they going to be talking about? Well, in this episode, we will be discussing masculinity redefined. Why should men be vulnerable? Are they allowed to be vulnerable? So starting off really strong, Leo. What does vulnerability mean to you as a man?
Vulnerability is actually the ability to open up, be honest, express your feelings and emotions, to be true to yourself.
So, Simpson, you are itching to talk to us. So tell us, what is vulnerability to you?
Well, vulnerability as in like the general sense, or a man being vulnerable.
No. It like general sense.
Okay. Vulnerability, I think, as Leo said, I might go with what he said, where he says, be true to your feelings. One thing I would say is vulnerability is being you, like the honest, hidden you that nobody sees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, if you guys are agreeing, that means you have not brought the man factor in
Into
your
it.
definition. So, tell us what it means for you as a man to be vulnerable.
It's same as the definition as a man to be vulnerable.
Okay.
Yeah, so you have to just accept what you feel
Mm-hmm.
and then let it out. Unless if there's another question you want to ask.
Okay, so growing up, like in the Nigerian society, growing up, were you ever told that it is not okay for a man to be vulnerable?
Not directly, but the sequence of actions and the behaviors around, especially from men, will indirectly tell you that as a man, you should not be weak. That is a word. Don't be weak.
I was waiting for that word because I feel like most guys would always just say being vulnerable is being weak. Like most guys, if you ask them that, oh, can you be vulnerable? They'll be like, oh, it's being weak. Like I've just been waiting for him to mention that word, and you did.
Yeah, so this just is, it's making me wonder, do you think that vulnerability and being weak like goes together?
No, it doesn't.
So why do you think men have that perception?
But you wouldn't blame them
Okay.
at first.
Blame you guys.
Yeah, you blame us.
Yeah.
When you're weak in this dispensation, there's how especially females react to a male being I don't want to say weak, being vulnerable. Now there are exceptions of few ladies who understand, but majority don't. And then they expect a man to always turn up and show up no matter what. Especially in marriages. They don't care how you survive, what you are going through, your mental state. Nobody wants to know. They want to just know, okay, as a father, turn up. As a husband, turn up. When we need you, turn up. So being vulnerable and coming home to come and say, oh wife, this is what happened to me, this, that, and your children are like, oh, it makes you look so weak before everybody. And you only want to show that side to them. So from people's perceptions and acceptance of that aspect, you wouldn't want to go that way because they'll perceive you to be weak. And as a man, you won't want to show that you're weak.
So if I get you correctly, you are saying that even though being masculine and being vulnerable or being weak and being vulnerable are two different things, society make it look like they are together.
Yes.
So when you try to bring out the vulnerable part of you, people label you as a weak man.
It's a weak man, yeah. It's a weakling.
Timsy, do you agree with that?
Well, yes. I do
I'm
actually. I mean, I felt like we're going to go at loggerheads in this episode, but then I'm surprised that, I understand where he's coming from, where he says vulnerability doesn't necessarily mean you're weak, but circumstances, society have, in a subtle way, come to train the boy child to whatever you're going through, don't let anyone see it. You can't cry as a man. That's why honestly, there was this time a small boy where I work, he fell. Honestly, if you fall,
you cry.
And the mother went, "Shh, don't cry, you're a man." I'm like, no, he's not a man, he's a boy, he just fell. Let him cry. So that's subtle ways like that
compiles and form ideologies in their heads.
So you see most of the guys or most of the male figures out there now, they're like stuck up.
They're trusting it.
Nah, honestly, no.
Yeah, it shouldn't be that way.
It shouldn't be. Yeah.
So I will direct this question to you again, Simpson. How do the men in your life model masculinity?
Well, I mean, starting off strong with the only male figure I looked up to growing up, my dad.
Wow.
I saw my dad, I think the very first day I saw my daddy cry. I was like,
oh my God.
Because I have never ever seen him cry. And I think that day, it just made me realize that day made me rethink that, okay, this man actually goes through things too, but he owns it. My dad is somebody that whatever was going on, he was always calm. He was calm-headed. He would make decisions as though at some point I started to think, oh, this man doesn't care. Because the way we just make decisions, I'm like, but growing up, I came to realize that, okay, at that point, he needed to give a decision as a father. So yes, I think that, then my brother, I wouldn't say that. I'm thinking around about the male figures in my life now, and I'm just saying, I think almost everybody has that idea of be a man.
So let me quickly chip this in. When you saw your father cry, what was going on in your head? Did you attach the whole weakness to him?
No.
So what happened?
In that moment, I saw a man that honestly was just it was the death of his mom. And then all the while that they talked about it, my dad never did anything, but I think it was the day of the burial. We were not even there. It was a video I saw. I was like, my dad cried. And I just saw that, okay, this is a man that, yes, he has been trying as much as possible to put up and act like, his stuff, where his children were, where his wife was, his stuff is this, is that.
Yeah.
But the moment he saw, his mom is in the ground, I did not see him as weak. No, I didn't see it as weak. I just saw it as, this is ill man. This is ill man. This is somebody that when you go through loss, you should cry. So yes.
Yeah, so thank you very much for that, Simpsy. Mr. Leonard. So why do you think that society attach, vulnerability to weakness? Why do you think it's like that?
On a personal basis, I would say sometimes this philosophy is bad, but sometimes it helps. Yeah. So as a guy now, although I grew up not seeing anybody cry as a man in our house.
Funny.
So I grew up with my grandfather. He was a retired soldier, so he cannot see a guy cry and tolerate that. Yeah, so it was very toxic.
Wow.
As a man, you're supposed to be a man. And I've never seen my father being very emotional, talking about crying. You get everybody just there, Steve. All guys are just
and you just have to fit in.
You have to just fit in. So even if you have something that is paining you or you want to get emotional, you just sit and like, no, I can't. I shouldn't. I'm a guy. So we keep on bottling up these emotions and instead of us to be open. Now, coming back to your question, why society attach weakness to vulnerability? I don't think this is like all around.
Okay.
There are some places where women appreciate men being vulnerable because it shows that you need me, you trust me, like it makes them feel valued and stuff.
Okay.
But coming to our own settings, it is very, very difficult for most women to see you in your vulnerable state and accept you. Very, very difficult. But once they see that, you begin to lose respect and value.
That's new.
I'm telling you.
Yes. So as a guy, no matter what you're going through, you would prefer to handle it on your own and then solve it.
Yeah. So I quickly picked something from what you said when you said that there are times that women and the society appreciates a man being vulnerable. So how, from a personal standpoint right now, from a personal perspective, how do you know when to be vulnerable and when to hold it in?
I've tried being vulnerable once with my mom. And I think from 1 to 10, my mom received it like pretty well, scale of 7. But I was not that open. I just gave her like a tip of the iceberg to see how she'll handle it and stuff like that. And I was surprised that she handled it well. I was like, this is new. But I was like, okay, probably there was a day I wanted to. I was so depressed and I needed somebody to talk to. I was like, okay, and I called her. I was like, okay, Mom, this is stopping me, blah, blah, blah. I will need you to probably give me a listening ear. I want to really voice out everything and stuff. She was like, she's actually on the work now, but she can pause. And she was
That's so sweet.
I was like, no, just finish your work, maybe later in the evening and stuff. So before later in the evening, I already solved my issue.
Oh.
You get so when she called later.
That's an independent man.
I was like, thank you very much for that time, but it's okay now. It's okay.
I'll feel so bad.
She understands. Wow.
She actually persisted, but I didn't tell her anything.
Wow.
Stuff like that.
Wow. Why? Sorry, is there a reason though? Because I feel like at the point where we all know mothers, regardless of how little. Right now, if I don't know how my mom even knows when something is wrong, she just knows, and then I have to tell her. So
and if you say something that is not it,
she will know.
Out.
Yeah,
like no.
So at the point where you told your mom, oh, something is going on, I'm thinking now I think at this point I can say a little bit of motherly instinct. I'm thinking from that instinct, and I'm saying a mom would not be settled until she knows that, oh, my son called me. For
even if it's solved, let me hear it.
First off, do you understand? For my son to have even called me to say, Mom, I need a listening ear, she knows that it's bad. Yeah. Actually. And then later she's like, okay, let me rush up work and call my son back.
And you're like,
and they call him back and he's like, it's solved.
What do you mean?
If I was your mom, I would have whooped you.
Yeah.
But she understood. She actually understood. And
I think your mom is cool. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Sorry,
so you drifted away.
Away actually, yeah. From my view, it's really difficult for guys to, even if they know when to be vulnerable to ladies. Yeah, because we have this fear that you'll be using it against us.
You say to ladies, sorry, but in the real sense, even to your fellow guys, you're not vulnerable to them.
Because guys can handle their problems.
There we go again. I think you people are stereotyping yourselves.
Because see, honestly, I would ask my friend, and I'm like, okay, I love the bro code. Like, I love the bro code. Because I feel like they uphold that bro code than girl code. Sorry, but that's what I feel. Yeah? But then again, you all say bro code.
But you don't go all in.
You don't, and or when they do, is it that they say, oh, my guys are going to laugh at me, my guys are going to tease me. So at what point, or is it just vibes and cruise? Like, okay, let's say I'm thinking about it now, and I'm like, okay, maybe it's just on the surface level, maybe it's just vibes and cruise. After the old season, is there like a proper guy? Okay, this is what is stopping. Let me know. If that is it, then I'll say, okay, yeah, the bro code can still stand. But if it's just vibes and teasing and
what are friends for?
The bro code stands, but it's not everything you tell your bro.
So now the question is, what, like, at what point do you know that, okay, I should open up to this person?
no point.
So wait, if I get you correctly now, if I get you correctly, you prefer, you get to a point where you might want to open up to a woman, but you will die 7 times before you do so with a man.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
You know that when you say I would rather choose James.
I'm telling you.
And the thing is that woman you want to open up to because she's your partner and she's seen like the most of you.
So you can
you
never
feel like
talk to a man about anything you're going through.
every man has their demons. They're facing their demons, you get. So you can't carry yours and go and place it on another person and say, okay, help me do this and do
Wow.
that. So battle it yourself.
At this point, I think I can question the bro code.
It's questionable, actually. It is questionable. So back to you.
Yeah.
Give us the practical steps you would take to calm a brother who is coming to you vulnerable.
Okay. First things first. I feel like reason. That's why I was going to answer this question first. That reason most guys crawl back into their skin, maybe when they try to talk to somebody, is the response they get or they got when they first did it. Imagine the first time you tried talking to your mom and then she lashed that out to you. Would you have called that the second time? No. So yeah, the first thing I would, in all sincerity, want to do is give as much listening ear as I can. I mean, let him know that, but this is a space where you can be you. This is a space where you can actually talk.
Yeah.
This is a space where I would listen to you. You are safe here. Except if I'm sorry. Except if it's a murder case.
No, you ain't safe. You ain't safe with me.
I'm gonna call the popo. But aside that, I mean
Personal issues.
I will let you know that okay, yeah, it's fine for you to open up. It's fine for you to feel this way. It's fine for you to, I mean, it's normal for you to have these feelings. If you had a rough day at work, it's fine for you to talk about it. Don't bottle it up and say, oh, you're fine, you're this. And if it's a situation that needs like practical, when I mean practical, I mean like maybe let's say financial issues. If I can be of help, I'll let you know that okay, this is let's know what we can do. Let's know. I'm not just going to let you rant. And there was one day I saw one tweet. I think the guy came on and then he was saying, oh, girls come up and say, oh, talk about your day, talk about your day, talk about your day. And then after we talk about our day, the only thing we get is, it is well, oh. So I'm not going to give the it is well, oh kind of response. I'd like to, okay, let's know what's up. What can we do?
How can I come in?
Is this something that has been going on for long? Is it something I just started? I don't know. I'll just try as much as possible for you to feel light-hearted at that moment. Like, honestly.
So I have a question for you. How often can you entertain the guy coming to you and being vulnerable?
How often? Like, oh, if it keeps coming, then I should know that there is a problem somewhere.
And you
that's
will
the
keep
problem.
being open.
Yes. And that's the problem. I'll tell you, okay, guy, we spoke about this issue. Okay, let's say, for instance, let's use the financial issue. This guy comes to meet me today. Babe, I need this money. I need that. I need this. I give you. The next week, babe, I need this. I need this. I give you. The third week, of course, I'll question you. Bro, what's going on? What are you doing exactly to make money? You can't just keep coming to me to say, you want money, you want money, you want money. In that moment, I would not see you as... I think the moment I'll start to see you as a burden is when you keep coming, and then every time you come, probably we talk about a solution, you're not working on it, you're not working on yourself, you're not making moves to improve on your life or whatnot, and then you're just trying to leech off of people. Then I'll call you to it that, bro, this action is not really it. We can't really do life like this. I mean, we have to look for a solution. And if I see you that you're not responsive, I think at that point I might back down.
So in all honesty, how will you approach an emotional person, emotional guy who comes to you and cries?
Oh, my shoulders are broad for a reason.
Lay on them.
Lean on me. But honestly, when a guy breaks down, it shows that, to me, I see a man that's
It's comfortable. It's comfortable. That's the first thing. It's
first, right, with you,
Yeah.
right, for him to, in all honesty, say, this is what I'm going through, and I honestly need help. I've been trying to solve it. I've been trying to do it on my own. I can't do it, and then, I mean, I cry. I cry all Hey.
You're a woman. I know that's what's going on in Leo's head now. He's like, you're a woman, I'm a man.
No.
But yeah, there's something I read somewhere that I always, I've started to make reference to every time. Before you are anything, before you are a man, before you are a woman, before you are a feminist, before you are this one, you are a human being.
Yeah.
That's the first thing.
And
so
emotions
humans
run through you.
they are allowed to be emotional. You have to feel it when you're not a ghost. Even ghosts, we watch it in movies. Sometimes they feel it. You understand? So you are a human being. You have blood, sweat, whatever flowing through you. So it's okay. It's 100% okay. So now this brings me to you, Rio. So you said that society have made these non-verbal rules about men not being vulnerable and attaching vulnerability to weakness. What do you think we as a people can do? Simpson has already given us some, but I want to know from your own perspective, what do you think we as people can do to provide an enabling environment to not just women, but men as well, especially?
Well, I'll be talking from a biased point because I am still struggling to get out of that.
Okay.
Again. So, but the thing is that it is okay for men to be vulnerable, and I would say stop bottling up emotions and anything you feel, because I think my mom jokingly told me once that men die faster than women because they bottle up emotions.
I feel that.
Yeah. So like women can just see another woman and start gisting, and then they
I'm telling you, we talk a lot. We talk a lot.
Obviously.
But the man can stay for years with something is hard, and he won't share with anybody. Just keep moving until the day he gives up. So it's okay to open up and tell people this is what you are feeling. Say that the problem shared is half solved. Yeah, so but
she doesn't agree. But
no, I do actually, but it was a tweet I saw. The guy was like, problem shared, that's still your problem. It's not solved.
But you're light at the end of the day.
Exactly, that's what I want to say. At least you feel this relief that you've let that burden out, so that you look for a way to solve it and stuff like that. So society can help by grooming the ladies to understand that if a man breaks down or feels a certain way, he's allowed to express it, and at that moment you shouldn't also flare up. You should give an enabling shoulder, like Sim to say. So if you see me coming to you and crying, even though I don't see myself doing that.
If I say you're crying, I'm a punch because I know that's a lie.
You see, this is one of the reasons.
No,
this is one of the reasons.
Did you hear him say, I don't see myself doing that?
So they should be able to give a enabling shoulder for men to sometimes once in a while cry and let out that burden. So I think that will help women understand, and the men also should balance their emotions with logic. So the fact that they're giving you room to be vulnerable should not be consistent something. Should at least once in a while do, and then know when to apply logic to solve your problems, know when to man up.
Yeah, I feel like the word man up is not just for a woman. You can look at, not just for a man, you can look at a woman and say, girl, man up. Do you understand? It's just like the word to say you should take responsibility. So when somebody say man up, it doesn't mean because you're a man you should, even women are supposed to take responsibility for whatever action or whatever situation. First, you have to own it. It's your experience. It's your, if it's a bad situation, it's your own first.
I think I will permit vulnerability when things are beyond your control. Not when you are just faced with problem.
You are looking for the next
of how to
spot to run to.
You've not applied any effort. You're just going to somebody for help and be vulnerable. No, it doesn't make sense. When you've explored all options and you see that there's no way, then you can go on and ask for help.
I want to talk to you about this one. When society placed this, should I say, a plaque of no vulnerability on men, do you think that it has done more good than harm?
Him or okay, him first. Yeah. Okay.
Wow. Well, still from a biased point.
Can't you be objective?
I think it has done 60 to 40.
60 what?
60 good, 40 harm. From a biased point.
I disagree.
Why do I say so? Now it's based on our environment, right? It has lessened a lot of troubles. Yeah. So it helps you yes, it has lessened a lot of troubles. In marriages, in relationships, I know what I'm telling you.
Look at
You
most
get-
relationships now. What's the
Yeah.
number one issue they're having? Communication. You hear my man doesn't talk, my man doesn't communicate, my man does it this. It has done lots of harm than
No,
good.
if you're saying your man doesn't talk, what are you doing? Before your man can talk to you, he has to know who you are. So you have given him every sign to know that, okay, you're not the kind of person.
When you
that will be
honestly have a
vulnerable
girlfriend,
to-
do you
yes.
have to do the extra work for her to talk to you? No, you are my man. I want to just naturally
That means you're
come
not
to
safe.
you.
That's just you're not safe around her. You don't trust her
It is-
enough to want to open up.
It is very difficult for you to just, out of the blue moon, want to be vulnerable, where all your childhood, your adulthood, you've been taught not to.
And that's what I'm saying, that it has done
Yeah.
more harm
So-
than good.
60% good, 40% harm.
I disagree.
Why do I say so?
I would say 50.
It has
I would
helped.
say
It has helped
80-20.
men. Nah. It has helped guys to really solve issues without being a burden from a biased standpoint, right? So I don't have to, like, let me use myself as an example. A lot of problems I've gone through, people don't even know I go through troubles. You just see me, I'm like, this guy, that kind of stuff. But if I go home, I make sure I
Nobody's
think-
coming to save you.
Thank you.
So
that's
that
the word.
mentality keeps you on your toes.
Thank you.
Yeah, I
Nobody
get that.
owes you anything. They just tell me that. Not even your mom or your dad. Nobody owes you anything. So you have to stand up
I
for
feel like that's a
yourself.
right mentality.
What we're trying to say is now, for you that you're being conscious that your life is in your hands.
Very good.
You're responsible for your life.
Mm-hmm.
Don't expect, thank you, do not expect from people because you get disappointed.
Yeah.
So if you have that mindset now that, okay, zero expectations, my life is mine, so I have to man up, stand up and work for myself and do things.
Even though I don't think that you can have zero expectations. I don't. We try to
do.
train ourselves to not have expectations, but at the end of the day, you find out that it just finds its way to you. Even when you're not trying to expect things from people, we are built that way. We
Well,
are built that
I've
way.
tried my best not to expect anything from anybody.
And you've never found yourself expecting anything. Like you've never found yourself trying to call yourself to order and say, "Oh, you are doing this."
Of course, you do that.
Yeah,
you
so
do that.
it finds its way to you.
Yeah, but you will curtail it. You will stop it.
That's the word, curtail it.
Yeah. So
Yeah. So this has been an interesting, show
Seems
so
as
far.
if,
I'm loving it. Of course, I'm going to ask him something before we finally round up the show. But we are, trying to roll it up right now. So Simpsy. Simpsy has a lot to say. So lastly, the last question I'm going to ask you for this episode is what's the question? Okay. One thing I'm going to ask you for us to round off this episode is, what do you wish that men understood more about being vulnerable?
I feel like at some point we have mentioned it. Vulnerability doesn't mean you are weak. Being vulnerable doesn't mean you have to cry. Because as the whole conversation was going on, I was doing a lot of thinking was just going through my mind. I was thinking about every possible scenarios. I've had girls come out and say, oh, they were manipulated because they believed, a guy walked up to them and then it was vulnerable, it was this, it was crying, felt it was honest, and then at the long run it was lying. So vulnerability doesn't mean you have to cry. The physical tears.
Yeah, cry, but figuratively. You don't have to shed
Yeah.
tears.
You don't have to shed tears before you're vulnerable. It does not mean weakness. On the other hand, it shows strength. For me, that's how I see it as.
Yeah.
That you are broken enough to say, I need help. And honestly, I don't think I can do this particular aspect on my own. And then other times, I see it as a superpower where one moment you're telling me, oh, at work, this is what was happening, and then da 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 da. And then the next minute, I see you at that same place of work, you're doing well. I'm like, okay, it's not every time.
Yeah.
It's just at that moment.
There are seasons.
Yes. Vulnerability does not mean weakness. It doesn't mean weakness.
Thank you.
yeah, I have something to say. We are just concentrating on the weak aspect. So I want to ask a question. What of expressing anger, sadness, and all this stuff.
Hey, that's what I'm saying.
We're saying the same thing.
Same thing. That
So I'm allowed to
every
express
emotion.
anger.
Yes, you're allowed
Every
to be
emotion
angry.
is valid.
Every emotion that you have
It's valid.
is very, very valid.
True.
When you are happy, tell somebody. There was this person that I know, and then I was like, okay, I know you're feeling this, babe. It's like, no, I got to feel the babe. Just own up to your feelings.
I mean, like, what's the worst that
What's
could happen?
the worst that would happen?
A no will not kill you.
At all. At all. So yes, every emotion is valid. Anger, sadness, whatever,
It is
whatever.
valid. Yeah. So oh, you were going to say
I want
something.
to ask a question. I know that every emotion is valid, but between these two men, which one would you choose?
Okay.
The one that expresses all emotions that comes his way, and the other that controls all emotions that comes his way.
Expressing an emotion doesn't mean that you don't handle it.
Control over
Yeah,
it.
it doesn't mean you don't have control
No,
over
but
it.
what you were trying to say is that I can express anger. So what I'm asking is, if I'm angry, I should express it.
There are ways.
Right.
Wait. There are
Wait first.
non-destructive ways.
That was what I was
Don't
about to
want
ask
to break
that.
bottle
I'm
and
not-
scatter house
No, you're
or
getting me-
smack the TV.
You're getting me
No,
wrong.
no,
You're
no,
getting me
no.
wrong. You're getting me wrong. So
I was going to ask, how are you expressing your anger?
I mean,
Are you beating somebody?
exactly what I wanted to say.
That's what I'm
If
saying.
you
There are
permit me-
non-destructive ways of expressing your anger.
All right. But
Non-destructive
what I wanted
ways.
to ask was, she made mention of that. That people have different way of expressing their emotions and anger. So imagine there's a violent guy who his expression of anger is fight. So-
No, not here. We don't do that here.
So
so people-
choose
I don't want to-
choose the anytime you know you are confronted with an emotion and you want to express, choose the mature way. Think to yourself, what would the
I'm
mature
not going to
person
do the baby look at me, you can do no, we don't
They
do
will-
that
they
here.
will-
You hear what she's saying? Indirectly, she's telling us to man up.
No.
Choose the matured way
Yes.
to handle the anger.
Yes.
What is the matured way?
So
to
wait,
handle
calm
the
down.
anger?
This doesn't even have to do with being a male or a
female. Yeah.
No, we're talking about the meal.
Okay, like now that I'm saying that, do not associate this
Women,
attributes
you
to
know,
the male.
yeah.
There are ladies that get angry and smash things too. There are ladies that get angry and then they fight too.
Expressing their emotions.
But it's not.
That
It
is
doesn't
not
mean
the
you
right way to express your
what is the
emotion.
right way? What is the right
You
way?
can't
the
say
mature
you are
way.
angry and then you're smashing things. If everybody gets angry and then everybody's smashing things, one day we will smash our heads.
Remember that
And it's
everybody
not-
has
it
different ways of expressing emotions.
That's
So
what
the
I'm
question
saying.
is
That
now-
okay, so in that kind of scenario or in
Yeah.
that kind of whatever, what my my honest advice to is
Why are you
see a
laughing?
therapist.
Because
You
it's not
need it.
normal. Lastly, Mr. Leonard, break a myth of male vulnerability.
It's okay to allow your emotions flow in a matured way.
So that's a myth.
Yes.
I have so many, unanswered questions, but then you want to stay with us till the next episode because we are going to come with a fire episode where we're going to be answering all of your questions. If you're watching right now, you have a lot of questions about male vulnerability. So many things that we didn't discuss. We can do a part 2 just for you. My name is Mati Fati, and this has been
Christian,
and
Same.
together we say bye.
Bye.